Hi, my name is Max Lim. I am a customer success manager for ScriptRunner products. Today, I want to show an implementation on how to trigger a ScriptRunner actions from the native automations. This has been a recurring request from our users, so I thought it's time to design an implementations to share how to achieve exactly that. As you can see from the screen, I have configured ScriptRunner action buttons. You can actually call it however you want. When you click on it, it will prompt me or the user to key in some text. I'm just going to put in some random text and then hit continue. This will trigger a native automation rule. Eventually, the execution will be passed from the native automations to a listener I configure in ScriptRunner. So let's go over to ScriptRunner site. This is the listener I've configured. If I refresh the page, I should see a new execution get triggered. And here it is. I have successfully passed the execution from native automations to ScriptRunner. And along with it, I also pass some execution context or data. For example, the time at which the rule get triggered, private data that I simulate that get processed during the execution from automation side, and random text that I have just input. So how to achieve this? The main idea is to have the last step of the native automation rule to update a hidden custom field. And this will trigger an issue update event that can be captured by the listener I configure in ScriptRunner and only capture the specific custom field update. So to do that, first of all, you will need the hidden custom field. So is this just a normal custom field? You can name it however you want. I just name it automation last trigger to hold the time at which the rule get triggered. It is just a short text field, and because it is hidden, you do not need to associate it with any projects. And you probably also want to set the search template to none so that its value doesn't get indexed and searchable in JQL. On the native automation side, I have to create the action button. I have used this trigger, manual trigger from work item. If you do not need to pass any data to ScriptRunner and all you want is to pass the execution to ScriptRunner, you do not need the extra steps. You just need the final step that update the hidden custom field with the edit work item actions. So in this case, you probably just need to use the now smart value to capture the time at which the rule is triggered. In this case, I want to pass some data, so I have used a lookup table to hold some variables, a log action item to generate some log for cross-reference need when I do some debug as needed. The way that I pass the data is to use the set entity property actions, and entity properties are basically key value pair that's saved internally against something, and that something could be issue, project, or user. It is actually more than that. If you're interested, click on the link documentations. You can name the property key however you like. In this case, I name it automation to ScriptRunner. I have used a JSON format to pass the data I want to pass. Last thing I want to mention is that yes, when you edit the work item, you probably want to make sure you do not send any notification. And on the rule detail, you also want to make sure that the actor must be automation for Jira so that it have the permission to update hidden custom field. Okay, on the script listener side, I have configured the listener to listen on issue update events and appropriate projects. To only capture the specific hidden custom field updates, I have used a Jira expression to do that. If you prefer to work with custom field name instead, uncomment this line and remove this line. I prefer to use custom field ID. If you do not need to pass any data from the native automations, you do not need line 1 to 18. You can just simply continue the execution logic. Like here, I have included some example on how to access some symbols, some common things like issue key, custom field value. Again, if you do not prefer to work with custom field ID, you can use happy. See the link documentation to access the custom field value with the custom field name. But if you need to pass the data, and this would be the way to do that. Specify the property key that you have chosen, and then just follow the snippet that I provide, and that's it. And if you still have more questions, feel free to reach out. By the time, I'm pretty sure the contact information will be included by the time in the release of this video. If not, go to scriptrunnerhq.com, click on contact us. If you want to get connected specifically to my team, click on schedule a success call. You can schedule a call with us or email the team, and we might meet together. So, and that's it. Thank you. Hope you like it.